Last piece is on homework, or in fact, maybe we can club this chores. Sometimes we just keep reminding our children, put your shoes in the rack, and clothes in the laundry basket, and lunchbox XYZ. So it's like a list of instruction, or rant of instructions going on from morning to evening. How
Right.
do you think we
So,
can internalize it so much that you don't have to remind at least these daily things?
yeah, and it becomes too much, when their basic stuff which children don't do, which they know how they can do, but still
Exactly.
they choose to
They're
not
not
do.
doing it.
Like
Yeah.
towel is kept on the bed, the wet towel
Yeah.
is kept on the bed, the shoes are just around lying down around everywhere. Outside the shoe rack, when you know you could have kept it inside in the first
Exactly.
place. If there are younger parents with younger children, I would like to address this to them also. That see, children when they turn one, if you notice, they're already trying to do some work. They're taking the cloth
Mm,
and trying to mop. They're trying to keep things from one place to another. But they're very slow. They have the intention to do the work, but they are not really able to do. They try to fold clothes
correct.
in any haphazard manner. So the intention is there. And at that time, we stop them because their motor skills are not developed enough to do the work well. So when the
Mm.
intention is there, but the skill is not there, we don't
We
allow
sort
them
of,
to do. So then
yeah,
what? Yeah, because we take over, because we'll do it
correct.
faster and more efficiently.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
what happens? All these years we have put in their head that this is not your work, this is your parents' work. So they
correct.
have just given up. This is not my work.
Mm.
A 1 year old, 2 year old can also take the shoe and put it in the shoe
Put
rack,
it
but
in.
will
Yeah,
take
yeah,
so long and will not
correct.
even put it properly. So
Yeah,
you have done this all these years. And
yeah,
suddenly now, because the child has developed the skill, you tell now you do it. The child is confused. I've never
correct.
done it. Now why suddenly you're telling me to do it?
Suddenly
So first of
I'm
all,
expected to behave like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what you do is, first, if you have a younger child, you
Mm,
start to help them right from there. When you see that intention of them wanting to do chores,
mm,
guide them. Let them not have the skills. Skills can be developed later, but the intentions that they have, we have to bank on that. We have to utilize that. Okay.
correct.
So
Yeah.
now, but still, now if you have a grown-up child who is not doing these things, now you cannot make a whole list and tell them that
Mm,
this is what you have to do. Now,
correct.
chalo, let's do it. That you cannot do. Again, the power struggle comes in, that why should I?
Mm.
Okay, that will come in. And they don't really understand the importance.
And more
Why
so
should I?
in the time frame that you want it to be done. They'll do
Yeah,
it, but
again,
they'll do it when they want to do it. It's
yeah,
not in your
correct.
time frame. Yeah,
Right, right. That's what they will try to show their power. Plus, secondly,
correct,
they don't understand that why should I do it now? I can do it later. So
correct.
that's where we
Absolutely.
need to keep talking to them. We need to
Mm,
let them know why you want it at that particular time. And sometimes you also need to understand, yeah, is it necessary that my child has to do it right now only?
mm, mm,
Somewhere
mm.
you also need to take a step back and try to understand.
Right,
Okay.
right,
Now,
right.
see, for example, towel. A wet towel on the bed is something you want that to be taken off. That
Immediately,
is
yeah.
okay. Yeah, that immediately. But a school bag which is kept there, even after 10 minutes, if it goes from the hall to the bedroom, that's okay, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
then we need to understand the expectations we are having from them. And
Mm,
when it comes to chores, the work that they need to do
mm,
for
mm,
themselves, I would say start small.
mm-hmm,
Okay, some habits the children are always already having, like for
mm,
example, before going to school, they know that they wake up, they brush their teeth, they have a shower, they are eating their breakfast and all. But there you can just give one extra work to your child, like packing your tiffin box inside.
mm-hmm,
That is what you have been doing, but now
mm.
what you do is, while tell your child that this is your tiffin box for the day. So
Correct.
now what the child has done is, the child is given a task of keeping it in the bag. That's it.
That's it.
Just
I know.
keeping it in the bag. Then you can increase it to, this is a tiffin box and water bottle. Now this has become your job. So you layer small jobs, so that becomes like a part of your habit and routine. The
Mm,
child also doesn't think that there is a big task which has been
mm,
given to him.
mm, mm.
If one day you decide in the night time, tomorrow onwards you're going to pack your tiffin and your water bottle and you're going to do this and that and
It's
timetable and
overwhelming
leave.
then. Mm.
No, the child is not going to do a single thing there.
Yeah, yeah.
Overwhelming, and secondly, why should I?
Correct.
The
Yeah.
overwhelm will also make them think, why should I? Because I'm
Why should I do
definitely
it?
going to fail at. Yeah,
Correct.
but when you do it slowly, this will help. And when it comes to the towel, you tell the child, you know what, that's what's happening is the towel is making the bed sheet wet. Then there's bad smell going to come.
Mm,
Then, okay, just give them information. Not
mm.
that keep the towel for drying, put it on the
Mm,
drying rack.
mm,
No,
mm, mm.
the towel staying on the bed sheet gives a bad smell. We don't really want that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
start talking that way. Then the child, knows, okay, what do you do? What do you think? What can we do? After bath, can we immediately put it in the drying rack? So that kind of respectful talking will get compliance. Time consuming, but
Correct.
this is going to be for long term. Time consuming, and it really puts you to test because we were not raised that way. So for us, it is difficult, but this is going to help you long term.
Yeah, and I mean, while you were explaining, I was thinking that A, we are not raised that way. You're right. Secondly, and maybe we'll discuss it shortly once we finish that mothers are tired, they're exhausted, burnt out, not on a decade basis, they're burnt out on a daily basis.
Daily basis. Yeah, yeah.
So, and then they do not have the patience, and which is why, I mean, I'm while we are doing this session, and I'm sure when we put this out, most parents and mothers are going to agree that, oh yeah, I understand what you're saying is absolutely right, but it doesn't work. Or I don't have the energy, the patience, the bandwidth to even start talking like that to my child because I want to get it done. And I think that is where maybe that shift needs to happen. Um, but before going there, let's finish this piece of you're saying that chores, one solution is introduce one particular chore at a time, not five,
Yes.
and talk about the consequences of what will happen, for example, if the wet towel is on the bed for a longer period of time, or let's say you've not put your shoes in the rack, you'll not be able to find it tomorrow, and then you'll spend time
Hmm.
and you might get late for school. So again, talking respectfully, like you said,
Hmm.
will probably get them to sort of and again, we are trying to build habits, and we
Yes.
also remember that habits are not built in a day. It takes like
Yes.
one habit takes about
Yeah.
90 days or something, they say. So
Hmm.
to be done consistently for 90 days, and I would say that then pile up the other one, rather than giving five at a time.
Yeah. Layer it one above the
There
other.
about exactly, yeah. Great.